Hey everyone, Shane here with eTrailer.com. Today I have a 2016 Dutchman Kodiak Travel trailer. I'm going to walk through how to install the ActiveStart SoftStart by Active Controls. This is going to basically store power. So if we're hooked up to a generator or shore power that may not have enough to kick over our compressor, or maybe our compressor on our air conditioner is struggling to get started, our ActiveStart SoftStart is going to store energy, so it gives it an extra boost of power so that our generator or our compressor for our AC will start up a lot easier. It's Bluetooth capable, so you download the app and you can monitor all the current that is pulling or that is running through it. It's going to give you temperature settings, it's going to give you energy, resettable energy, power, frequency, voltage, current. It's got different options for whatever you're hooked up to. So if you have shore power, depending on the generator that you're using, and you can also store more than one unit. So for instance, you want this one on your AC unit. There are options that plug into the wall that also have soft start that are surge protection. Can be used in conjunction with this. You can find those here at eTrailer, but those can be downloaded on here as well. So you can monitor whichever one you pick, you can be able to monitor that one. Another nice thing about having the app is it will give you a fault code. Whether you have a surge, maybe your generator isn't putting enough power out to get your compressor to turn over, that fault code will show up on here and it'll tell you what the problem is. Before we start our installation on our soft start, we're going to test the wire coming from the wall into our converter before it goes up to the unit to see what our amp draw is. And we're going to do this to see how much of a change there is. And what we're testing for is inrush current. So right there, our inrush current for our compressor to kick on is at 57.7. So now we'll go up and install the soft start. We'll test it again after it's started to see how much that drops. Next, you're going to come up on your rooftop. You're going to take the cover off your AC unit. We're installing this on a Furrion AC unit today. This box right here, we need to get inside of it. You're going to need a long Phillips screwdriver. There's a couple screws right back here on the back side, and there's two right here. To get to these back two, if you don't have a long enough screwdriver, you can take this foam cover off on your coil on the front. That'll give you a little bit more room to get back in there. Take this and rotate it up. You're going to have 3 screws that hold this cover on. Remove those. Remove the cover. Inside the box you have your capacitor. There's going to be a screw on each side of the clamp that's holding it in place. Go ahead and remove those screws. Pull the capacitor out. We're going to be connecting a few of the wires. We're going to have 4 wires coming off our soft start. A couple of them are going to be connected onto the start capacitor. The other 2 are going to be connected to the wires that we pull off of the capacitor. Next, what we need to do is over here on our compressor, we're going to take a 5/16 socket. There's a nut right on top. We'll remove the nut. Pull that cap off. You're going to take the 4 wires from your soft start and run them through the grommet to the inside of this box. After you get those run in, we're going to do a continuity test from the compressor to the wires that we need to go to on the starter. We're going to start with our brown wire. It needs to be connected to one of the white wires. The white wire that's connected to the compressor. There's only going to be one. So what we need to do is we need to do a continuity test to test the wire coming from the compressor to determine which white wire we're going to be connecting to. So we have our meter. We're going to go to the white wire on our compressor. I unhooked the back one right in the middle. You can hear that beep. So we're getting continuity through it. If you want to test a little bit farther, you can actually plug that one back in, and you can see we're not getting anything on that one, so we know we got the right one. Pull that one off. We're going to connect this brown wire directly to the white wire we just pulled off of there. It's going to have a spade connector on it already. If you want to use a butt connector, there is a butt connector that comes in the kit. You might have to cut off this rubber coating on this one if you want to use what's on there already. We're going to take this red wire, and it's going to replace or remove the white wire. So we'll put that on that connector and move it to the blue wire coming off of the SoftStart. It's going to connect to the red wire coming from our compressor to this unit. You'll notice there's two red wires. We're going to do a continuity test from the red wire on the compressor to these two wires to determine which one we need to connect to. Let's start with this one. Red wire on the compressor. We know we got the right wire. So in your kit, you're going to get one of these. It's got two blades on it. Where that red wire came off of their capacitor, we're going to put this on. We're going to hook the red wire back up. And we're going to hook our blue wire up. Last one we need to do is our black wire. This is going to go to the switch, which is located right inside of this box here. We need to do a continuity test to determine which one actually goes to the compressor, because we're going to have to tie the black wire into that blue wire. So I got them disconnected from each other. Okay. So it looks like this one here is the one we're going to be tying our black wire into. So I'm going to cut the zip tie right here. Give me a little more room. I'm going to cut the wire back here, add my black wire into it, and then we'll add a butt connector. The butt connectors that come in your kit are a little bit too small to tie this wire and this wire together to fit it in here. So we're going to get a little bit bigger one to get those connected. For our black wire, we're going to cut off this end. We'll tie it with this blue wire going over to our compressor. Butt connector. Grab it down. Go ahead and add these two wires back together on the double connector that they had. We'll put it back on the overload switch. Once you get your wires connected to your capacitor, you get your box back in place, reverse order from the way you took it off. Make sure you get this mounted in the bottom. So now that we have our ActiveStart SoftStart installed, we're going to come down and test it again to see how much of a decrease in our inrush current we have. So you can see how much that dropped. You remember right, before we installed it, we were at 57.7 or 58.7. Quite a bit of a drop for how much amperage the compressor is needing to pull from the wall or from whatever we're hooked up to to get it running. So I can tell you right there that ActiveStart SoftStart is working how it should be. Now that we've tested it, we know it's working correctly, we're ready to go. It's going to do it for a look at and installation of the ActiveStart SoftStart by Active Controls on a 2016 Dutchman Kodiak Travel trailer.